Hello and welcome to Synergy 365. My name is Anson Cooley, owner and principal of Synergy Credit Union Consulting. How are you doing today? This is a very short entry for today. Just an observation around, or some observations around strategy, budget, and fear. And let me kind of break it down. Say, for example, you go somewhere, you do a strategic planning session, and there's a strategy put forward to grow membership growth, grow lending, very organic things that, very organic strategic efforts that have some risk associated with it, meaning you budget to hire a particular marketing person, or you might budget to hire a member experience officer or a member outreach person with these hopes that these individuals will be who they say they are in their resumes, that they'll be able to be onboarded swiftly, and they'll be able to deliver on their commitments and help you toward achieving your strategic goal. And so you have a strategy, you get the operational plan, and then you have the budget. And what can happen sometimes, at least as a consultant, especially a consultant that was involved in that strategic planning session, you check in with the client June, July, and they haven't hired any of the individuals that they committed to hire in the budget or in the strategy that they came up with the board and at the planning session. And maybe we couldn't find the right person, or maybe it just wasn't the right time for whatever reason, right? But then when you come down, like this is like January, and you get to a full year, and you have a conversation with maybe like HR at the organization, and you realize that there are 12 to 13 unfilled mission critical positions at the organization. So now that comes back to fear. And what that really ends up being for some CEOs and / CFOs, it's easier to manage the organization by managing the expenses around projects and around any efforts that could be used to put the organization in a strategic position to grow and be prosperous going forward. But often it's much easier to just not hire any of those people. Take the excess liquidity, go long on your investment portfolio, take your excess liquidity and just fund participations, and really forget about actually trying to grow the organization in any meaningful way that puts it in a strategic position that will make sure the organization will be around for the long term. And I see it happen a lot of times where it's just hiring people, training people, believing in an officer or a senior manager or a director's ability to actually deliver the change. A lot of folks don't want to take that risk. And they often go with the easy route, which is to just pull levers, indirect participations, funded with CDs from across the country. Because the hard thing to do is the more difficult thing to do for us all is to really try to execute a strategy where there's a lot of risk associated with it, and the biggest risk are the humans involved. So that's all I got for today.